it take her, so I'll probably be writing stuff as
Okay.
we go.
Okay. We are on the air now, Liz. So
All
this is
right.
going to be me shuffling first, and then any messages that I get, then I'll just say it out loud to you, and then I'll show you the cards as we go along too, so you can.
Okay.
And then I'll send you the video afterwards, so you can watch it and everything too, in case we, um, you just want to probably go over it again and stuff too, the codes and all of that.
All
Yeah,
right.
people. I saw the ant people, like the those ant people from New Mexico, the aliens, that they draw on the petroglyphs.
Yeah.
You know, those they're like the spiritual teachers. I seen that just then. They're connected with Orion. I see you as a Orion as one of your aspects. Like you look like yourself, but you work in Orion and a super soldier. All this is coming to mind right now. Okay. All right. Okay. Now I'll do these. So, let's see. Sometimes a lot comes out, and you know, it's hard for me to say I'll just pull 5 because that's not always the case.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. Whatever comes out is usually usually you'll know how much is supposed to be there and when the messages are done.
Yeah. I see like a grizzly bear and a tiger. Maybe it's some of your guardian animals. Do you know about the super soldier program?
Yeah.
Okay. And so do you feel like connected with that, like the 20 and back or anything like that, with any of the programs or the SSP,
So I'm not
Mars?
super deep into it. Like I'm aware of it, but I'm
Uh-huh.
also like super educated on it.
Okay. I seen you with the dolphins, Syrian dolphins from Sirius,
Okay.
like swimming in the ocean, and also Atlantis. Okay, this is going to be the first, and then I have those other ones too that I'll drop them those two. I just wanted to show you kind of all of them here. So this is going to be clone aspects of you, of the self. What's it
Okay.
say? Many is, I put many down there. Many clone aspects of you. So this would be like in the SSP. They would have like. I haven't gotten SSP yet, so I'll just go with what I got on the cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is light language.
Okay.
Ancient rituals. So this might be like the druids. That's what I thought of as like those druids. And this this seems like a Nocturian.
Wait, do you say Arcturian?
Do you know who they are?
Yep.
Nocturians? Yeah. They're very high vibration. And then the
Yep.
symbol there.
Usually who I pull my light codes from. Or one
Yeah.
of them.
Oh, that's confirmation. That's confirmation for us.
Oh my
Funny
god.
how funny how they just tell a story. And this seems like the ruins,
Yeah.
the Celtic runes and stuff, but it's like they all kind of are like protection symbols and all of that. It's like a light code though. Oh, do you have poltergeists or anything like that?
um I gosh, I mean, I kind of wonder at work sometimes.
Oh, okay. Mhm.
I was gonna say, and I don't know about in my house though. I mean, yesterday I got kind of scared, but I'm still not totally sure if that was like something in my house or if that was like the neighbors because we're in townhouses. I just
Oh,
heard
okay.
like run down the steps super loud, and it like I just like left because I thought someone was in my house. Yeah. You're wondering if I'm like fight or flight. It's definitely flight.
Yeah, just because you don't
Um,
wanna, like, cause it but if the townhouses, it's a lot of energy anyway, from everybody else around, and then they
yeah,
could travel through walls and stuff too, so any kinda being could do that,
but it
so
works like my tray will roll itself across the floor sometimes, and other times, like things will just randomly fall down for no reason. And so
mhm,
I kind of think it might be about that.
yeah,
Um, yeah.
yeah, and mediumship, so I think so, that'd be more like the where you could talk to ghosts and or, spirits have moved on and everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's more I think this is more I think you have both of them, but the poltergeist seems to be, like, maybe from the people who you maybe tattoo and their energy kinda because you work so close with them too, so, you know, that might be that might be picked up from the other people as well. Like residual, you know? So, Pleiadians give you infusions.
Oh.
Oh, here's the 20 and back.
Oh my God.
Off-world. Yep. So this is gonna be the SSP. And then
And
Orion, remember that I just said
yeah,
Orion earlier. So that's confirmation. And I think a lot of the Orion is like you working in Orion, as your galactic self, your other aspects in the astral when you sleep and then they access your consciousness and in your clone body, you put in like your consciousness is transferred to the clone and then you're sent to all kinds of places to work and do your healing or I feel like you are like an ambassador, like a mediator person, a mediator between like different species and races of beings, so you would just be setting in and listening like a council person, would be like listening to both sides and then coming up with a solution for them both, helping them come up with a solution so they
that's
can all work together. So I
so
think you do that. I have chills just now. I could see you doing that like in this reality, doing that with people, like with family or friends. You're just trying to keep the peace, like
I
that.
was when I was like 19, I was trying to figure out what to do with my life. So I sat down and meditated on it.
Hmm.
And literally, I got ambassador.
Oh,
And
okay.
I was very confused by it because I was like, I don't know how the heck I would do that. And then the other thing I got was my secondary thing that came through was midwife. And I tried that, but then they were
Yeah.
passing laws.
I,
So I didn't
I
follow
got
through with it.
chills. Yeah,
And
I
ended
got
up
chills.
doing, becoming a tattoo artist.
Yeah, the midwife is like probably a past life, like that kind of a thing where you would have been like doing that, like as a maybe even someone calling you like a witch or something in the witch trial kind of thing too, Um maybe that's why you're drawn to Pennsylvania area as well. Kind of that area is the witch trial, you know, kind of doing I feel like you're connected with that in the past life.
Huh?
Yeah, like colonial, like wearing a bonnet kind of thing and being a midwife, and then they kind of accuse you of being a witch and you're just delivering babies, you know? So,
That seems like something that would happen.
yeah, it was really powerful. It's making my eyes watery as confirmation.
No,
When my
I was
eyes watery, I get
when I was really
confirmation.
young, I also like insisted on sleeping with a bonnet on.
Oh, really? When you were little?
Yeah.
Oh, huh. Yeah, like as a memory, because it was
Yeah.
really strong. Made my eyes really watery. Listen to hertz and sound frequency,
Okay.
that might, like when you're meditating or whenever. Oh, that was strong with seeing that. So I could really see that still, that energy of you being like taken away. You were just like delivering a baby, and then the men came in and like they have on the colonial men with the big hat and all like the black looking uniform, how they wear, and then pulling you out of there and you have on like a long skirt, a long dress, because you
Mhm.
just delivered the baby, and then they just accused you of that, you know, just for being a midwife. So that's pretty powerful. So then this is the mantis, and I think he's like a scientist.
Okay.
Do you feel connected to the mantis?
I hope not.
No, they're also spiritual. They're both good and bad in all beings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of them that are, like some people see him in abductions, and so they are fearful. But then some of them see him on ships, and they're like a motherly figure, So they or teacher. So rock collector.
Yeah.
What kind of rocks do you collect? Like all of them, or crystals,
Oh,
or?
I have all kinds of crystals and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Keeps on like shouting, like make a thing, like a
A
kind of
grid?
I'm just turning down my thing because it was giving me a little bit of feedback. Excuse me. Okay, so then the seraphim. So this would be you connected to the seraphim, your DNA or aspects of you. Fractals, you're a fractal of the seraphim or so.
Okay.
Uh, like they're the seraphim are I guess, right, uh, they're the workers of I don't know how to explain it really. Do you know who the seraphim are? They're just angelic. They're
Yeah.
high up, how they have the orders. So it's the
Hmm.
angelic order. Man, that made me really hot. Like I got I don't know, there's some kind of activation. Dogs love you. I can see that. You have like a golden retriever dog or something? Or any kind of a big dog?
I don't have any dogs. My fiance is allergic.
Oh, okay. So this is stasis pods. This is going to be like where your clone would be put into a stasis pod, and then when you're sleeping, then your consciousness would be transferred into one of your clone bodies that's in a stasis pod, ready to be activated, like the Avatar movie, so something like that. And then the Lyran star seed. So with the lions, with any kind of lions or tigers, anything like that that you would be connected to, they're very like spiritual healers, you know, and the magic rituals. This seems to be connected with the druids, the druidic, um, like ancient times or Celtic. Do you have Celtic ancestry or Irish?
I know there's some Irish in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I think my gosh, our top one is Scandinavian.
Oh, okay, that's it then. That's it. The Scandinavian. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's the Viking, the
Mm-hmm.
Viking. I feel that. Yeah. Seems just like some, like, I don't know, it's more the frequencies, huh? With
Yeah.
angels, angels around, all around you. Oh yeah, I see that. The angels. They might look like Pleiadians too, Not all of them would have like the wings and all that.
Oh.
Set boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's good. That's good for all of us, huh?
Yeah.
Share your experiences of alien abductions. Kind of a
Oh.
light. That came out like all of the sudden because it's like in a pencil, you know. This
Mm-hmm.
all these come out at different times, you know. The fire phoenix, I can see that with the Viking, with the Valkyrie, like holding a sword and stuff as a Valkyrie.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Can see that. This seems either Syrian or Arcturian.
Okay.
Kind of serious. Sometimes I make the eyes that color, they're just a shield, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
that. So it's more. I don't know if it seems Arcturian. Kind of seems Syrian and
It feels
Arcturian.
more, yeah, I agree. It feels more Syrian.
Yeah. And then energy healer. I can see that. Like how do you think that, do you have that too? Like when you rub your hands together and then you feel the frequency and stuff too, like you can lay your hands on people
Yeah,
and do the
a lot
healing, like Reiki.
a lot of times, when I'm actually tattooing people, I will like kind of channel energy into the tattoos I'm doing it.
Oh yeah, that's good. That makes them
I
feel,
also do ritual tattoos.
yeah. Oh, I love that. I love that. This says request a Pleiadian DNA infusion.
Oh,
I mean, if you want to, you know,
sure.
this just helps with the stronger abilities, psychic or however, you know,
Yeah, that would actually
healing.
be really helpful because I feel like I was really back before December, I felt like I was really, really connected and it was very easy for me to access information. And then I had some kind of, I don't know what went on there, but it was like I fell back asleep and then I woke back up like a week ago. Um,
Oh, okay.
and so that would be very helpful if I could get, you know,
Yeah. You just tell your guides, just state it like to yourself, you know, anytime. Even when you're driving or something, just say to your higher self that you want a DNA infusion that will assist you in your highest good or however, you know, because it could be a mixture. You know what I mean? And kind of
yeah.
state what you're looking for, or just say your highest good at the time, you know, at this time. So this is another 20 and back. So
Oh,
multiple 20 and backs here in the
I
SSP.
don't, yeah, I'll have to ask him about that then.
Yeah. Oh, this is a wolf warrior aspect. So I think this is connected with the Vikings, with the Valkyrie. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely so. The wolf is called Finir, the right the Viking wolf. Finir. That is a giant wolf in yeah, but this is the wolf warrior, so this would be something that you can channel like as a guardian, you know, because it's like
Okay.
all around, like it's a giant wolf that
That's
protects the Valkyrie and the Vikings. You know, it's like that part of their that culture. Or um, if you look at it, I think it's Fenir, Fenir.
okay.
And they kept him chained up as a giant wolf because they were afraid of him. And then he just attacked after that, after he like broke his chains, you
My
know?
biggest fear as a child was wolves.
Oh, really?
I used to have nightmares about them all the time.
Oh, okay. Huh. I wonder.
Hmm.
And the full moon. I don't know if you do a full moon ritual or anything. And then is your husband your twin flame? Do you feel that?
Um,
Oh,
I would. We've been together for a long time, so I would definitely be open to that idea.
yeah. Telepathy. You
And
have.
so would that be
This is just you. This is just you. This is not you and your husband. This is you being telepathic.
okay? 'Cause I swear, me and
With
him can read each other's minds.
Oh, okay. Then it's about you being able to be use your telepathic ability with everyone. You know. So,
Yeah.
so you can say like, what do you? Is he a Taurus? You said.
No, he's a Virgo.
A Virgo. Oh, Virgos are really psychic too. You know, they're
He is,
intuitive.
but he doesn't tap in.
Yeah, they're pretty like they're the practical. You
Yeah, he
know.
like look at someone and just like be able to tell if there's someone that you would want to deal with or not. He's
Yeah.
it's very interesting. We're like opposites, but there's some overlapping little
Yeah.
intricacies.
Yeah. I like their dry sense of humor too. You know how they are. How
Oh
they
yeah.
just say stuff and it just cracks you up, you know? Virgos are kind of like that. They just
Hmm.
say whatever they think at that time and you're just like, "Ugh, don't talk so loud," or
Right,
whatever, and they're
yeah.
like, "What? It is, it's the truth." And you're just like,
Right. And this is like, I can't believe you just said that. And it's like, well,
"Uh-huh." They're funny. I crack up at dry sense of humor. Off-world colonies. So this is aspect. So this is going to be with the SSP. This is going to be like going to Mars or wherever you're sent to, you know.
mhm.
But this is also um, with the Orion connection too, because it's I don't know if the Orion connection is part of your soul group. I think that's more of your soul family, or the Orion connection, and Lyran and Pleiadian and Syrian, and then they would use that DNA to pull that DNA out of you, you know, for your abilities in these programs, in the 20 and back program for the SSP, you know, and like be sent to Mars to be use your psionic ability as a super soldier, you know, or your telepathy that or remote viewing ability, you know, because they enhance your abilities, you know, through the what happened like would be when if you're in the SSP, then you would have been abducted when you were a child, you know, and taken into the SSP. And they usually would do the torture stuff to bring out those abilities, you know, because you have to switch alters. And then
Mhm.
through that altar, then they program that altar to have certain abilities that they pull forward when they're using when they need it to go and do certain missions, you know? So does that resonate?
I will say, as a child, I was always very sad and depressed, and
Mhm.
I definitely had a lot of phobias and separation issues and anxiety, and but I don't know that I necessarily remember any of that going on, but also with that being said, I don't know that I would remember any of that going on either.
Right. Right, because mind wipe us, you know?
Right.
They
I
would send
definitely
us through.
was very, very emotionally like unsound child. I was always upset.
Okay, yeah. Like
Um,
mhm. Yeah.
and yeah.
That would be from I don't know if they're like usually there's like a group of things happening, you know, like I just see kind of like a group of men that are that force these things, you know, the torture things. Like if you was laying in a dental chair and then they have like the headset on or something and then they're doing um torture things, you know, to like they have like a thing where they can make the frequency and then you just like it can make you switch your altar, but that's for switching altars. But the torture part, I mean, I don't know how much you want me to talk about that, because I don't know, you could ask Dr. Kim about the torture part, because that happens early childhood, you know. They have to do that in the early stages and split the mind, and it's through the sexual trauma, you know, in the SSP doing that. So once that happens, then it's too much for our selves to to manage. So
Yeah.
they have a switch, an altar. So that altar comes forward and then takes the lead. So this yourself is on the back burner now, and this altar is up forward, and then so they're doing all this. So you've been split. Your mind is split. So they continue create new altars in this way, and they program the altar to be the remote viewer. They use each one of them for certain things, or like a sex kitten, where they would send, like, if as a child in another, this is with the 20 and back, so you would be like taken out of your bed, or however, or at a time, so you wouldn't even know that you're gone. So like if you were sleeping, they they could come interdimensionally, get you, take you out of time, and then do all this to you over here, and then put you back, and you're still in the same time, like you didn't even know you were, because you were sleeping, but
Right.
you didn't even know you were gone. You just woke up and you feel groggy or something, or depressed, or all these emotions that you don't know where they came from, like, because you still carry the emotion of it. So yeah, that um I think that would have happened with the torturing of, over here, though, out of time into the SSP. That way they can split your mind, and then also they take your DNA, and then they would be making clones of you, for these programs as well, so.
Yeah, it's interesting you said about the clones as well. Because when I was at the last retreat that Dr. Kim had, um, she um, she had said that sometimes some of the issues I have is because of so much of me is divided up and cloned.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, it's interesting you both got that.
Yeah, because all of these clones are programmed to do certain things, but you yourself, you are still a piece of that clone. That's like
Right.
you. So you're going to be able to channel or feel something from that if you tune into it or find what they did. If it is like a psionic assassin, or if it's remote viewer, or if it's the sex kitten, or if it's on, Mars as a super soldier. So it's many things that they use so I'm having like all kinds of, I feel like burning up and all that too, so it's like, I don't know if it's a targeting thing, if you feel ever that, like you, um like a dream, like nightmare or something. Do you ever wake up and have, not, I don't know if you have sleep paralysis or not ever, but like nightmares and feel like something? Do you ever have that?
Oh, I have super strange dreams very frequently.
Yeah, because I just saw you like set up and you're just like, can't believe like whatever. It
My
takes you a
fiance
little bit.
also says, like, if he comes to bed after me and I'm asleep, like every night I end up screaming
Yes, I thought I
just
saw
for him
that.
walking in the room. So,
Yeah.
and I
Mhm.
never remember it happening.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad he's supportive of you. That helps you feel safe, you
Yeah,
know.
for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah. It does. Humanoid hybrid clones created of you. So, see, this is another confirmation.
Yeah.
This would be using the alien DNA. So, um, during the SSP, then they also would take your and take your DNA, mix it with alien, like the Greys or reptilian or whoever it is, like that. So that would be like, clones, though. So there's that, plus I think hybrid children too. You know, this is like a I think this is like an insectoid, with the codes. It seems more like a teacher.
Okay.
You never conform to reality, never fit in with society. Like you don't want to, you don't like to fit in with reality, or go along with everybody. You like to
Yeah.
be your own person. Oh, here's Mars. We keep talking about it. Mars
Oh,
defense. Yep. I see you as a super soldier and a scientist. Yeah, I can see you as a scientist. Do inner work on yourself.
Calling me out.
Yeah, but we all do need to do that all the time, huh? To find out all these things
Right.
opening up. So there's that. That's all of those. And then I don't know if you want me to draw some more of the other, not as many, because I don't want to overwhelm everything. Because you can feel, but I want to draw those other ones too, just so you can see, because they're more like
Yeah,
artwork and stuff
whatever you
too.
feel guided to.
Yeah, definitely feel a lot of is it if it's healing or if it's just heat. So I don't know. This seems like it's kind of healing for you, hearing some of this stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely some interesting um overlap of things that I've heard before, and I'm like, okay, all right, and also just information I've gotten myself.
Yeah, because you're very, very intuitive. Very intuitive. Being a Pisces.
Which, and it's also so weird, but I'm telling you, like, there was like a span of time where I literally forgot that I was psychic. And
Oh,
then I
yeah.
like snapped out of it and like woke back up. It was so strange.
Maybe you just wanted to turn it off and take a break,
Yeah,
like
I guess
that.
I have to do that once in a while. Well, you don't have to, but
Yeah, maybe you just wanted to feel what it's like without.
maybe
You know
like
how
an
the Ghost
person.
Whisper, do you ever like
What?
that show, the Ghost Whisper with Jennifer Love Hewitt? Remember that show?
I never watched it.
She's a medium, and helps the dead move on and stuff. And so maybe something like that was overwhelming for you and you just wanted to turn it off.
I felt
Something.
I think I just got to the point where I just felt like super overwhelmed
Yeah.
and like fighting like a losing battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It's you have to turn it off and just kind of take a break and then come back, and then I think it's kind of like a processing time, you know? You have to
Hmm.
process. There's that, and then I'll draw a few more here out of the other decks just so you can see, because I do the different artwork on all of them.
That's super cool.
Yeah, it's kind of how I do the tattooing.
Right.
Yeah, definitely mediumship though.
Yeah, I for a bit there I was helping some clients that would like come in. It's just like as I said, like it was almost like I shut everything off for a bit there, so I'm trying to like wake back up.
Yeah, that can be overwhelming to help and answer and all that too,
Well,
especially
that
if it's
and
a
also
heavy thing for them.
you have those moments of like, okay, am I like just crazy or do you know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah, because you like to solve the problem, like that. So you're like a problem solver, like an
Well, that I
investigator kind of
see
thing.
someone standing there in the room with someone like, and I'm like, hey, like there's a guy in the room with you wearing a red flannel, and then they're like, I don't know what the heck you're talking about. Like that would
Oh,
really
okay.
throw you for a loop. So it gets kind of like weird sometimes of like, do I say something? Do I not say
Yes,
something? Like,
you do, because they appeared for that reason, you
mhm.
know, because they'll keep following you till you say it,
I've
you
usually
know?
found that they won't show up unless someone's like open to receiving the information.
Yeah. I learned like with Reiki and stuff, doing the Reiki on people, like I'll think of something and then I don't, at first, you're just taught to just trust that. And then so I'll say like carrots, or I'll just use that as an example. I just think I'm doing like the Reiki scan and I'll think carrots or something, and maybe they need carrots, and I'll just name off everything that I get. That
Right.
way, that way they hear it at least. Whether or not it resonates right then, maybe it will later. So
Hmm.
I'll pull some of these out too, so you can see. definitely feel the heat activation, like inner, like I'm so sweaty.
Oh my gosh.
So this is the Reiki symbol. Try to
Okay.
get it to where it's not. It's it's for doing like psychic surgery. I always use this Karuna Reiki symbol. So this, I guess, it's just going to be more of an infusion. You know, when you see it and stuff, like I'm giving you the symbols.
Okay.
Karuna Reiki. So it's going to
Karuna,
be,
right?
yeah. I can teach the classes, but I just don't teach because I like to be in person, you know, when I
Right.
do those. So I just refer it to my teacher, who's a Karuna Reiki master. So she gave us all the symbols, and so I have them in me, you know, to share doing my artwork and stuff too. So this is kind of how I share it. This says mantis DNA.
Oh,
Yeah. And
that's
here's the
fun.
praying mantis.
Oh my gosh.
And the triple numbers 999.
Oh, what the heck?
Does that resonate?
No, I literally made it. So my Instagram, like I had 999 followers, and
Oh,
along
wow.
when my like code thing came through, the number 999 came through with it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's confirmation then, you know, for you. So,
Yeah.
Arcturian DNA. Some friends.
Do you say friends?
Yeah. This is a chokure. It's a Reiki symbol, chokure. It's used as a power symbol to like clear. You could write that like energetically on the walls and stuff to clear the room, you know. Hey, Dad, will you put the fan on me? Will you make the fan be just on me? This seems like a Syrian, like a hybrid child. But it's
Okay.
kind of flashing, huh? Isn't that funny how it's
Yeah.
flashing?
Interesting.
Even Dr. Kim said that. It's like flashing, like giving you the symbol, like a
Oh.
telepathic message, you know, like,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah. And it's also a Karuna Reiki symbol.
What's that one
This is,
for?
uh, this, this one is, this is hearth. These, I think these is more the archangel symbols for healing. You'd use like this one, the hollow. It's use all three of them. It's Zonar, hollow, and hearth. I just say it in my head, you know, Zonar, hollow, heart, and then it just is like for sending healing. It's all the way to the very core. Like this goes to the very core of the issue, you know, like a rod. Like I use that as my finger and I just like tune into where the core of the person, the issue, you know, if it's like to help for clearing, you know, when I'm doing a Reiki session,
Mm-hmm.
like distant Reiki. What's it say?
Strong mind.
Strong mind. Oh yeah. Pisces has strong mind. Strong minded. Like, no, I'm not going. You can't, I'm not going. All right. Peace. You like the peace. Yeah, that's probably why you don't want to go places because you like to keep your peace. You like peace,
Oh
your
yeah.
peace, and then that's just like a symbol. Okay.
Any
Now these
particular
are the.
thing with that?
I don't know. It just came out.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I don't. Okay, so these are going to be the ones that are. These are the last ones here.
Okay.
Free and independent. Or I should like be like freedom and independence. You know, you like
Mhm.
that. all kinds of light codes there. But the kind of more the ruin protection, you know. These seem kind of like all kinds of the galactic light language, Pleiadian and Syrian. There's other too, because it's more those dots.
Yeah.
Like the code, you know, like a code. Breath work and expand your field. So when you're doing the meditation or doing breath work, like you ground yourself when you breathe, you know, when you do the breath work, or just breathing. Remember to breathe. See, here's that hearth again, the symbol.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, it's real healing, like an archangel. I think it's Archangel Michael.
Okay.
Feel like your connection to Archangel Michael. Intense energy.
Oh?
What would that really mean? I think it could mean that you could feel that, you know, you could handle the intense energy, where most people are like, no, I can't handle all this mediumship stuff, you know, and you
Okay.
know, so oh, look at this.
Oh my God.
Isn't
It's like, can we
that
get any more clear for you?
uh-huh, tells a story. I just shuffle them and then it just comes out. I just pick them as we talk so you can see. The Indian mound. So do you live near that? Like an Indian mound or know
Uh,
of or,
I don't, not not to my knowledge, but I also haven't super like looked into it.
yeah. In Pennsylvania there I don't know if there are the mounds in Pennsylvania.
I know there's like a lot in like Virginia.
Penn State.
West-
Is Penn State that is that in Pennsylvania or is that just the name of that
Yeah, it's like two
institution?
hours from here.
So that there's mounds right there in front of that, you know, in front of that institution.
Is that
There's
something
a
I should see?
I don't know if you ever go there, then you just be able to tap into the energy anyways, you know, because it's
Yeah.
a lot of in spiritual energy there. Um, lots of cryptid creatures and stuff that would be in that area. So I wouldn't definitely not go to that Penn State Institute and tour that if I were you, because you will be bombarded with energy, you know?
Uh,
Definitely, you don't, and it won't be like a good thing for
mm.
you because they'll probably tag along, you know? You don't want that. Sagittarius, do you know any Sagittarius people?
There's like two that I know.
Fire sign, soulmate, Pleiadians, and then here's some more codes. Seems like it goes fast too, like it's like like you're writing like things in the air, you know, like that
Yeah.
too. Sometimes I can see you doing that, like when you're in the car or by yourself, you know, like you're just like write
Oh
like you
yeah.
would write, you know, like this. Or if you're singing, you just kind of move your hands a lot too, you know, like writing, doing stuff like that in the car or whatever. Mother Mary energy. And this is the last deck, the deck here. These are the bigger cards. So Mars, again, this is a Mars base. That Mars defense. Oh, this trip seat. This is like for when you sit in the trip seat, it's like gonna be opening up portals like at Montauk. I don't know if you had if she's
Yeah.
talked about you at Montauk where you could project your consciousness through a portal and open up portals and remote view or bilocate, you know, so you could do all that in that trip seat. It's like extraterrestrial technology. Oh, here's some triangle-headed beings. They're like friendly. You can feel that, the friendliness. They seem playful. And they're dumb, so this is gonna be maybe like Dulce or something like that.
It's gonna be what?
Like the Dulce base, you know, Dulce, New Mexico, or
Oh,
the Area 51, like underground base on Earth, you know?
yeah.
There's lots of them though.
I used to also have nightmares about the world ending while I was in Arizona.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
And dreams of me being like in the military in Arizona.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think that that's part of the SSP. You might take note of that, you know, when because that's something pretty significant for your memory. Like if you expand on the things that you remember, you know, then if you want to expand on it, then that might help you realize, oh, like it starts to make more sense, you know, some of the thoughts that you may have had. So it's kind of some more light language or so, maybe technical though, like technology stuff. Seems maybe like the Greys.
Okay.
Maybe so, something like that. Oh, hybrid children. Y'all have hybrid children.
What do you mean?
And this is gonna be like when you would be abducted and your DNA taken, and then with the Greys, and then they would
Oh,
you know, create hybrid children with your DNA and the Greys' DNA, or you and your fiance, and then the Greys, and so you would have hybrid children with your fiance.
well, I don't have children.
Yeah, you would have them as they don't live on the planet, you know, they live on probably on a spaceship or something because they don't look human enough, you know, they look more alien, or they would be like almost high like severe autistic, you know, like hard to raise, and you know what I mean. In that
Mhm.
way, they would be considered that where they don't fit in. So an owl. Tried to draw an owl the best I could there.
Okay.
And then this seems like like energy rod.
Interesting.
Let's see the codes. All kinds of codes. And this is another Air Force base, Douglas Air Force Base, my lab, military abduction. So this would just be like one. I think they all go underground, and the maglev, the magnetic train, you know, underground, and then you'd be taken to different ones for doing the remote viewing or all the things, you know. I think you would also travel through some of the through that like a I just see you going through a portal thing too to other off world. Like it would take you to Mars, or I just saw like Jupiter, you know, the moons and stuff like that, just for
Yeah.
working for like doing your um I I think for doing the work, um, the mediator stuff, you know, ambassador. So you
Yeah.
kind of that kind of different layers there of stuff I see. It seems like a like a gray or Syrian or
Yeah, I was getting serious.
hybrid. Mhm.
It almost has like a shielding energy.
Yeah. Uh-huh. You are magnetic. Mhm. You are. And the last one. This one feels like a tall gray, like a motherly figure almost, but I don't know if it feels like that for you. Anything?
Hmm.
Her eyes, maybe?
I can see kind of yeah. It definitely has like a feminine vibe.
Yeah, feminine vibe. All right. So that's all the any questions with those like that you can think of? Oh, I drew these for you before the reading.
Oh,
It
cool.
just came, it was like channeled out, came out, you know? So,
Yeah, that's super neat.
yeah. Maybe Dr. Kim might know what that means.
Yeah,
Some
that's like,
people can translate it. Like sometimes it comes out, but most of the time it just comes out as writing, you know,
yeah, that's how
really
it
fast.
is.
That's how you get it too.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'll if you have any other questions in the meantime, then you can like email or anything like that. But
Okay.
I'll post this on my YouTube and then send you the copy though too on the email so you can review it and stuff too.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I know
Um,
Dr. Kim will be happy to see it too. She probably will be able to help with some of the stuff if you have questions, you know, like with
yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, she's my go-to.
I know with
But yeah, it's
expanding further on
a
stuff.
super cool little session, and there was a lot of things that like circled back around, like I said. So definitely
Yeah.
got some things to pick apart and review here, and I'll
Yeah.
definitely end up
It feels
rewatching this and
yeah.
see, because sometimes there will be things like you'll pick up on later that you didn't notice the first time around.
Yeah, and hear or I have to hear things over again before it sinks in, you know? And
Hmm.
especially with the light codes and stuff too. And then she'll see like Dr. Kim will see stuff and then that we didn't see, you know?
Oh
So,
yeah, for sure.
mhm.
But yeah, this
Yeah.
was a super cool experience. It was nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too. Yeah,
Um,
and if you have any other questions, just contact me anytime.
yeah.
So, hey, good to meet you and I'll talk to you later.
All right, sounds
Bye-bye.
good. And take care.